inflation is back, and the Mexican government just released footage of alien bodies. If these aliens are from Mexico, does that mean that they're illegal? Well, I'm not sure, but I think that I know why they're here. I think they're here because they heard that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is at its lowest time that it's going to be for the rest of history, and they know that we're going to be a galactic civilization, so they're coming to get in on the crypto craze before the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF actually gets approved, and they can't get in at a lower price. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do these actually look like real alien bodies? This morning we got the CPI data with the month-over-month core data coming in higher than expected at 0.3% with a forecast of 0.2%. And the year-over-year CPI came in at 3.7% with a forecast of 3.6%. The Fed is going to be looking at this core inflation, which is pretty much everything here below all items less food and energy. And with it coming in at 0.3%, it looks like it was higher than expected. And this could cause fears that the Fed is actually going to have to continue with their rate hikes, and that could actually send the market down. But the forecast looks like we've still got a 97% chance that they're going to continue with their pause, and that decision is going to be happening in just about exactly a week at the time of recording. But there is some expectation that the data is going to fluctuate a little bit, so I don't think that this is hugely negative, and it's not really a big enough miss that we're going to be seeing the Fed changing their tune and actually rushing in to do some more rate hikes or anything. I just think they're looking for an overall trend of inflation heading back down towards 2%. However, in the short term, this could be seen as negative data, and this could send the markets down for another leg lower. But if that's the case, then why is Bitcoin actually on the rise today? Bitcoin does look like it's up about 4% in the past 2 days, and it has bounced off of this green line, turning it into support and coming back to the upside. So what's going on here? Well, like I said, I wasn't really scared of anything until it did confirm that it broke down below this green line and made a lower low. And everybody was panicking because apparently the FTX bankruptcy revealed that they had $1.1 billion in just Solana holdings, plus a bunch more in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that was going to be liquidated and dumped onto the market, crashing the prices of the whole crypto market. And as this article from The Street Crypto says, according to a court filing this week, the estate of bankrupt crypto exchange FTX has assembled nearly $7 billion worth of assets, including $1.16 billion in Solana tokens. According to an investigation by George Tung of CryptoRS, FTX holds roughly 1,300 Solana tokens, a massive proportion of the total circulating supply. It's roughly about 16% if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it says it right here, yeah, 16%. With the Solana market cap being around $7.3 billion, liquidation of such significant Solana holdings could flood the market and drive down the price. And I would agree with that because if they have $1.1 billion and the whole market cap is $7.3 billion, then that would basically be dumping 1/7 of the whole market cap, and that would certainly have some kind of a significant downward pressure on the price, I would think, especially since everybody else would panic sell in the midst of that dump. It says, I looked this up. This shows the top stakers of Solana. You can see the largest holders of locked stake, he said, illustrating the data in the video above. The bad news is that there's still $400 million in Solana that's unlocked that they hold. $400 million is a lot to dump on a weak market. It's concerning. $400 million could be dumped at any time. And so it looks like most people have their Solana staked and it is locked up for some time, but there's still $400 million of people that could panic sell if the FTX estate actually ended up dumping $1.1 billion onto the market at one time. Essentially, that would mean that there could be $1.5 billion being dumped onto the market. And of course, that would be bad for the price. But like I said in my video yesterday, I'm not really concerned about that because we hear stuff like this all the time, that somebody's going to be dumping some big chunk of cryptocurrency onto the market, dumping the price. And it looks like it's always just used to fearmonger and manipulate the price so that people can get in at a lower level and basically buy up all of your cryptocurrency in the bottom of the bear market. So don't let people do that. This article right here says by CoinDesk, crypto exchange FTX has amended its proposal to sell off billions of crypto assets as it seeks to assuage concerns raised by the U.S. trustee and bankruptcy branch of the Department of Justice in a Tuesday filing. Stay with me now. In a proposal, FTX will still not have to issue an advance public notice of transactions given their market-moving implications, as the prospect of a crypto player selling off as much as $100 million of assets per week had already chilled crypto prices. So it looks like because of this information being released, people started to panic, and so the U.S. trustee and the bankruptcy branch raised some concerns to the Department of Justice that there should probably be some kind of oversight of this dumping of cryptocurrencies onto the market, because it could cause panic and cause the prices to crash, obviously. The U.S. trustee originally objected to the FTX plan, saying that any intention to sell off Bitcoin or Ether should be flagged as widely as possible to give others an opportunity to object. In its compromise, FTX has agreed to keep the U.S. trustee privately in the loop alongside committees representing the exchange creditors. So basically, the U.S. trustees were like, no, you can't go dumping all of that cryptocurrency onto the market without letting us in on the loop so that we can get in and basically buy up as much as we can or sell before it gets onto the market and then buy it again lower. But as it says, FTX will still not have to issue an advance public notice of transactions, so basically the public is not going to know and be able to beat the movements in the price. But the U.S. trustee, which who knows who the trustees are going to be privately kept in the loop. I wonder if that information could be used to make any profits by these trustees. Anyway, FTX will be hoping that it is enough to placate opponents, with the judge John Dorsey set to consider the proposal at a hearing later Wednesday in a Delaware courtroom. Earlier this week, FTX revealed that it holds $1.6 billion in Solana and $560 million in Bitcoin. So everybody was really scared that all of these cryptocurrencies were going to be dumped onto the market and crash the whole thing basically starting today or tomorrow. Anyway, it doesn't matter because, like I said, that's not probably going to happen. And now it looks like the decision is going to be considered in a proposal hearing later Wednesday. So it's not even like it's going to be happening right now. And when they do, they're going to keep the U.S. trustees privately in the loop, which means that by the time all of this gets dumped onto the market, it's probably going to be priced in anyway. And while this article does say that FTX will not have to issue advance public notice of transactions, this article by CryptoSlate says FTX submitted a revised order to the bankruptcy court on early September 13th, and that's today, outlining proposed guidelines for selling and transferring its substantial digital asset holdings as a part of its ongoing Chapter 11 proceedings. The revised order outlines a structured process for investment advisors to liquidate portions of FTX cryptocurrency stash under creditor oversight. So the creditors should be the people that actually had their money on FTX, and I guess it would be the big holders so that they would be big enough to have a say in something. Or maybe I'm just stupid and I'm missing something, but it goes on to say that according to the filing, sales of assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum would be subject to limits of $50 million weekly for the first couple of weeks, rising to $100 million after that. So it looks like the U.S. trustees and the creditors would have oversight over how much cryptocurrency is actually going to be dumped onto the market and when it's going to happen. And with Bitcoin and Ethereum having such large market caps, I don't think that $50 million a week is going to be significant enough to push the price down, really. And even when they raise it to $100 million a week, I don't think that's going to be significant enough to push it down either. It does say, though, stricter controls are proposed for unidentified insider-affiliated digital tokens, which is really Solana. The exchange must provide 10 days advance notice to creditors and U.S. trustees before selling such assets, which could be blocked if objections are raised. So I know this is all really complicated, but what really matters is that they have $1.1 billion in Solana that they're trying to dump onto the market, and that is a significant portion of the market cap. But the exchange does have to provide 10 days notice to the creditors and trustees before they actually decide to sell any of the Solana, which means that it shouldn't really be a big shock to the price. And even if the creditors and the trustees thought that it would be, they could block it if objections are raised. All of that is just a really complicated way to say that they're basically trying to take care of the situation and make sure that a whole bunch of the crypto isn't just dumped onto the market at once, dumping the price and just destroying all of the holders, even worse than what happened in the FTX collapse. It looks like they've all decided that we've seen enough pain and they're going to try to mitigate any more pain moving forward. Let me know if you guys stuck around until the end, even though this was more of an intellectually taxing video than I usually do. I usually try to keep it simple, but I think you guys are pretty smart, and I really think you can handle this kind of content. So let me know if you want more in-depth videos like this one. Either way, don't forget I have new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and there's early access on X. And if you want real-time updates in between videos, you can get that at the Only Good Discord server. It's free and there's links in the description. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can get my gear over at onlygoodcrypto.com. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and follow on X. But most importantly, and I really do mean this, guys, don't get too caught up in the markets and don't forget to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is Ibisu. He's named after one of the 7 lucky gods of Japan. According to legend, he will bring wealth and prosperity to anybody who evokes his name. So don't forget to write his name in the comments or you'll bring dishonor to your whole portfolio. And check out this video right here. Say goodbye, Ibisu.